Hello there. It is I, Akiba Johnson. Yes, that Akiba Johnson. The one who wrote the book The Protectors, Book 1, Child of the Prophecy. Why, yes, that Akiba Johnson. Interesting. So, speaking of The Protectors, Book 1, Child of the Prophecy, today we're going to be talking a little bit about June. And then in the next video, I'll be reading from one of my favorite June scenes. Okay? All right, so about June. All right, her relationship to the child of the prophecy. She is the teacher for Sydney, the female child of the prophecy. And they have obviously a very tight relationship. We see June taking on the role of more of a big sister. And I think that's because neither one of them have a sister. And with Sydney's parents being away during certain parts of the book, you have, I'm seeing that my makeup is a little runny. You see that June is taking on the responsibility of taking care of Sydney, but not in a parental sort of way, more of like a big sister sort of role. So we see her going into a big sister kind of role with Sydney. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the importance of both both June and Hugo in book 2 and then beyond. Being that they are the instructors or teachers or master protectors of the childs of the prophecy, does that mean that they will kind of fade out now that the kids are kind of living their destiny? The final battles are going on. Do we really need June and Hugo? And the answer is yes, because the kids do actually need instructions still. And June and Hugo are still their biggest confidants. So I think they play a huge role in book 2 and then beyond. But I think that the role slowly begins to shift. Prior to this point, it's all been kind of playing games and stuff, but both Sydney and Kevin in book 1 had the opportunity to really get into a real battle with the Shadow Force or the Wraith. And they came out on top. Interestingly enough, the first battle that they had with the Wraith was with Kevin and Sydney and their parents, or their mothers, Yvonne and Veronica. Then, consequently, the next one was with Kevin and June. And then the next one was with Sydney and June. So June winds up playing a really big role as not only instructor and protector of the children, but as witness for this whole happenings. Okay? If you look at the relationships, so many people are connected through June to everything else. Even William is the adopted brother of June. So you have to really wonder her importance as her not being as much of an instructor as anything else. But so it'll be interesting to follow June as she get her, she has to be tested. So we wonder, how will the testing go? Because we heard that about the testing and whatnot, and we know it's kind of a big deal. But this would be a first opportunity for us to really dive into how they become protectors and what that is and the oaths that they take and all these different things. So this book too is actually going to just show you a lot of what's going on in their world and what is important to them, and how they mask who they are around humans and everything like that. So book 2 actually explains a lot that was kind of just mentioned in book 1. Because although we did although we did read about testing in book 1, book 2 will be the first time we get to see an apprentice test to become a master protector. And it'll be some of our favorite characters who will actually be testing. So that right there is going to make it extremely important for those particular for those particular apprentices to test. I.e., given the example, June. June is our focal point today. All right, so in addition to that, I got the name June because I kind of like the name June, and it is the birthday month of one of my sisters, and I just decided, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna go with June. So there you are. That is how June got her name, and that is what we wanted to talk about her with. Now, in a few more days, I'll be downloading another video, and we'll be reading some of my favorite June moments. That'll give you guys an opportunity to hear me read from my book again, and that'll give you guys a chance to see June in action. So like I've said before, go ahead and email me or leave me a comment and ask me any questions you have on the book, or make any suggestions of what you think will make a great chapter to read from, or a great character or particular thing you would like me to focus on. As it stands right now, I am mostly done with the new cover of book 1. And I am probably about a good ways done, probably 3/4 of a way with writing book 2. So I'm hoping that by just in a few more weeks, we'll have book 1's cover re-released, and then book 2 I'm hoping to have out in probably about in mid-fall or something like that, just in time for like Thanksgiving or Halloween. I'm not sure. So be looking out for that. In the meantime, it's me, Akiba Johnson, the writer of The Protectors, Book 1, Child of the Prophecy. I sure did enjoy talking with you guys today, and having the opportunity to share a little bit of insight about one of my fave characters, which is June. I guess all of them are my favorites, honestly. But I do love June, and I think that's why she has such a significant role in this. And you guys will notice that so many people are connected to each other through her. So, I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and look forward to the second one where I will be reading for you um, from the book. Alrighty. Ta-ta!